Welcome to Babblegum, giving you stories to chew on with Samuel Mui.
Hello, welcome to Babblegum. My name is Samuel Mui and today with me here is Daniel Bala, the as of recent former SRC president of KDU Glenmarie, and was recently voted one of the 5 hottest guys in that college?
Yeah.
Voted, was it? You actually?
It was not actually voted, it was just a pretty biased article done by a friend of mine.
Oh, okay. So it's sort of like, I wouldn't say nepotism, but you had that connection and
Yeah, it was not my choice exactly. But then the editor of that article wanted diversity, and I was probably the only Indian guy my friend knows from KDU. So that's why.
That's not very. I don't know. It's like you're the token Indian. They just had to put an Indian there.
Yeah, I guess that's. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, those of you don't know, Bala is an Indian.
Yeah, I'm Indian.
Yeah. All right. I think the big question we all have as college students is the exact role and purpose of the SRC. Because if I'm honest, you go out to any student who is not affiliated with any clubs, not affiliated the SAO or the college, they just don't give a shit. They are just like, okay, you just do your own thing, I do my own thing. What do you think of that?
The main purpose of a student council or student representative council is just to foster a sense of belonging to the students, to create unity, stuff like that. So we are supposed to create events and programs to foster that sense of belonging, so that when you go out, it's like you'll be proud to be called an alumni of a certain university, like for example KDU. That's my main point.
Why would you say you have been your particular term in the SRC? Do you think you have been successful in creating a sense of community?
Probably among the clubs in society, because I do create events that where we have more than one clubs involved. Like recently I had an event called Cultural Week, where different cultural clubs join together to make an event. But if you're not involved in the clubs in society, you will not be involved in these things. Although it's open to all students, but you don't find them very involved in it. Yeah.
That's the thing with clubs, right? If after a while you see the same people and it becomes very cliquish.
Yeah, true.
So but even if it is open, some student wants to come in and say, okay, I want to join this particular club, and they try and get in. It's like, oh, I'm not really part of the group. It's just like me and another people. Do you get that? Do you have that problem?
Yeah, most definitely. Even for student council, everyone thought that student council is an exclusive club, but technically, student council, according to our constitution, is that every every student in KDU are members of student council, but no one knows that. Like, no one knows that. Even during orientation, while we tell them that every student is a member, then after a while they say, how do I join student council? We'll be like, no, you are a member of student council, you just have to come up to us and join the events. But they don't. Every club and society in KDU has a constitution of how you're going to run the club, what is your goal and stuff like that. So as a student council, we are considered as a club, but we are an independent body separate from the management. But we work very closely with the management to organize events like orientations and freshers night and stuff like that. Yeah, for KDU, every student in KDU are automatically a part of student council. So we are basically representing all the students in KDU. Get it?
Okay, I sort of get where you're going at.
It's like, for example, Malaysia. Every citizen in Malaysia automatically under the government.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in that sense.
But it sounds like it's just only if I'm personally as a student who has been involved in both club activities and joined people who are not part of that society, that part of that community. It's like I can't get the feeling that it's just written there for the sake of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because you see, like that this thing called AGM.
Mm-hmm. No, wait, what is that?
AGM is where I forgot what's the full name. Annual grand meeting. I'm not sure what it's called. But that is where when all the members of the club or society come together and elect for the next committee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we have something like that, but we don't have it. We didn't call it AGM. We call it the student council's elections, where it's open to all students in KDU. They can nominate themselves, or they can they can nominate themselves, and they can also elect by voting. So in order for that to happen, all of them needs to be a member of student council, because if you're not a member of student council, you can't vote. So that's why technically everyone is a member of student council.
I see. But how many people actually do vote?
Okay, my year, out of 3,000 students,
Yeah.
probably 500.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad for a college that don't care about the student council. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. But why? Why did you go for it? Why did you?
Me personally, when I first entered college, KDU, there were no active student council. The president at that time went for internship, which was actually something wrong. We shouldn't be doing that, because you're supposed to be in there throughout the term.
Yeah.
That was a flaw in electing. But then again, as I was saying, I didn't want whoever that's going to be the next president screw up my college life. So if whoever becomes the president doesn't do their job properly, and I have major trust issues, I don't trust anyone else but myself. So I thought, if I'm going to complain about whoever's going to be the next president, why don't I just be the president? And if something goes wrong, it's just my fault. I'm able to live with that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So you're one of those type of people that when people say, okay, instead of complaining about something, why don't you just do it, and you actually do it?
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
my
like
goodness.
that.
That's not. I think that's personally. I think that's also a trait that I think everybody should have. Because a lot of people love to complain, especially college students. Like
Exactly.
the SRC, the SE, oh my goodness, they're like stealing our money. They're like giving us false promises, and like, okay, why don't you do something about it? But no, I'm not interested.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So, where do you think this stems from? This sense of like you don't trust people. I mean, definitely that must have affected some of your team dynamics. Affected some of your management. Like you have to, at a certain point, you have to trust people, right?
Well, earlier on, when my team was assembled after my elections, we have installation and blah blah blah. I micromanaged everything. I wanted to be in charge of everything. So like, because it's not the president don't have to be the director of each event, but I wanted to, because I wanted to oversee. I want to be involved. I want to make the decisions for everything, because I don't trust anybody. I don't believe in their standards. I don't believe in their work ethics.
Okay.
But after a few months, you see, being the president of student council, meaning you will have to do an event for the whole college where it involves every student. And then once it becomes a frequent thing you do, like almost every month, you get tired, you get burnt out. I mean, I got tired, I got burnt out, and I was like, it's too stressful, and my academic grades started to go down. I'm like, oh gosh.
Like how far into your presidency did this happen?
I think after 3 months, after a semester.
After a semester.
Yeah, after a semester.
And one term is like 3 semesters.
Yes.
Ooh.
So I got burned out, and I'm like, no, I can't do this. And then the following semester I came and I was like, guys, you're going to do everything. I'm just going to oversee. I'm just going to chill. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do, and I'll just make my vice president and my other committee members to be in charge of certain things. So I'll just oversee from then on.
So that was one lesson you learned.
Yeah.
In the sense that, yeah. So it couldn't have been that easy, like learning to trust your team members. You know, it's like because.
I guess after you know them for a while, you know how they work, who you can trust and who you can't. Then you'll be able to let go.
Okay. Have you ever been put in a situation where you had to trust a person who you did not develop that relationship with, unlike your friends? You know?
No.
No.
Even if I was forced to, I'll probably do it all on my own and then just give them credit. Yeah.
Is that how your assignments work in college? Yeah.
Basically that's how it works.
Alright.
But it worked. That's how it worked during my first semester in college. That was before I got involved in student council. I did, for all the group assignments, I did all, and I just gave them credit. But then I got an A and they didn't, so I guess the lecturers saw through it.
Of course,
so I don't know.
the lecturers are always more aware than
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in my second semester onwards, I got a clique of friends whom I trust, and I know that they are capable of what they do, what they can do. And when we come together, we know our strengths and weaknesses and how we can compensate for each other. So yeah, college was great from second semester onwards. I mean, studies part, because I had a great group of friends that really worked hard. So yeah.
Do you have any? I mean, within that group of friends, has there been any sort of problem or any sort of like crisis or issue? Because I'm pretty sure there has been.
Of course, we are human beings. We always clash with one another. I'm always the uptight one.
Yeah.
I always want things to be done my way. I'm always the dominant leader. So this always clash with the creative ones in my group.
Alright.
I have a friend in college. She's the designer. She does Illustrator, Photoshop, whatever. The design works, the creative part of our assignment. Yeah, and we always clash but we don't exactly clash. She just suddenly judged me, and she kind of confessed that later on. And then yeah, but she understand I am like that, and I understand she is like that. So because of that, we kind of let each other go. It's not really that big a clash, except for one other guy. We are both dominant, but I am. He's more of a people person. I really don't care about people. I'm more task oriented. Okay, we didn't say I don't care about people. Don't feel very badly. Then anyway, it doesn't matter.
Well, do you care? I mean,
I don't really bother if you like the way I do things. It's more like as long as you will appreciate me once I get the job done. That's how I think.
But do you think that at times you can be quite over self-confident? Like, has that ever ran you to the ground? Like, okay, I know how to do this assignment or get this event done, and you're so set in your ways that suddenly you're driven into the ground.
Yeah, there was a few instances during assignment.
A few.
Okay, one time during assignment and one more time during my being in student council. So one assignment was we are supposed to pitch an idea to like as if you are pitching it to the CEO, and then we were overly casual because okay, it's like how do I say this? We're supposed to pitch it an idea as if we are talking to him over coffee, but then we made it very formal, like person A, B, C, D take turns and pitch the idea. So and then instead of talking, we kind of forgot we're talking to the CEO and we're talking to the lecturer instead. So the lecturer, it was a role play, so the lecturer got angry because we were dissing the company too much. Because it was supposed to be about what the company can improve, and we were dissing the company more than we can actually.
Okay, so you were trying to be self-aware and cool.
Yeah, something like that.
How was this your fault in a way?
I gave the strategy of how to present. So I was like, this is the best way we should do things, kind of thing.
Did it affect your behavior like after?
Yes, I was actually very down. I was like asking, like saying sorry, like sorry, it's my fault. I shouldn't have done this, kind of thing. Like after that, actually it didn't really change that much. I just apologized and I said next time I'll do better instead of asking for their opinion.
And did you think that you did better after that? Like, did you learn from that?
I guess I'm more open to other people's suggestion. Also, be more analytical about a certain presentation instead of just using my style for everything. Yeah, and trying to be more flexible.
So, I mean, did this happen during your presidency or before?
During my presidency.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you said that you have quite good rapport now because you learn with your committee, because you learn from your mistakes and stuff like that. How about as a president? Problems that do not concern you, like, I mean, because they do concern you, but then you're not the cause of it. Have you ever had to deal with situations that arose like out of your control? Like, okay, they're not like, let's say two of your subordinates, they go into a fight, but it's not really your business, but it's starting to affect how your events and all are played out. Did that ever happen to you? Then?
Okay, it's more of some of my committee members just disappear before an event. Yeah, when they're in charge of certain things, they just disappear. They don't do their things, and they're like, "Can you help me do this?" I think how I deal with it is I just reassign the jobs, and just be cool about it. Yes. But then afterwards, talk to them. What's the problem and stuff like that, and talk about commitment issues. There's one committee member that disappears almost the whole time, so we just decided to not give the person the certificate.
Oh, nah. Do you think that was a smart decision?
Yes, because that person didn't do anything.
Yeah.
For you.
Okay, would you say that you could have done more as a president to try and get everybody involved?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, there are a lot of things that I want to do but didn't get a chance to. Probably because earlier our plannings were pretty messed up. Because as our batch of students, my batch of the executive board were the first ones to be student elected in a very long time, because it was always by the management chose. It's called student and alumni center. Yeah, they usually choose them based on relationship and work. But because of that, we had to actually find our team dynamics and stuff like that. We had to get to know each other. So we had a lot of internal issues before we could actually start properly planning our events. Before we could think of long-term goals and stuff like that. So because of the internal issues, we kind of delayed a lot of our plannings. So if all these things could have been dealt with earlier, like probably a 1 or 2 day camp for team building or whatever, that might or might not work.
Not many people go for that.
But as a team, it's a compulsory thing. I think it should be a compulsory thing for you to be there. So yeah, anyway, if all these internal issues were dealt with, and the planning and how to do that, the manual of how to do were done earlier, a lot of our planning would be done more smoothly, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, I think one question I have for you related to that is like, okay, you said that the student council is meant to represent the students. It's meant to meant to bring people together, and you admit that the whole concept isn't really successful.
Yeah.
What you have done. Do you think that if the whole student council is just removed from the college, would everything be the same?
Honestly, I think it will be the same for now, because the students do not have any ownership over student council. They don't really care. But then I guess it's all because of the student council presence. You'd have to make yourself available. You must make yourself seen. Until the end, like they just sent out a poster through email that we would officially dissolve. Most of the students were like, "Hey, you were the president." I'm like, I was the president. They didn't know for an entire year. They didn't know I was the president. So these things happen.
So it's kind of like it's a bit of your fault for not being seen.
Yeah, but I can say that I'm very prominent, always in college. But the thing is, people know I'm Bala, but people don't know Bala as the president.
How? Why?
I don't know. I do not introduce myself the president of student council. I'm just Bala, the mass comm
But
student.
as a president, you should be at events doing stuff.
Yeah, the thing is, I guess. If people, like during orientations, yes, I introduced myself as the president of student council to the new students. But probably the older students, the seniors, probably my seniors wouldn't know who I am and what's my position. I guess if we were to step down, the management can do all our jobs. But they already need manpower, and probably they will need volunteer from students. So as of now, I guess student council is supposedly an independent body to take care of the student welfare as well. But it was not really accomplished in a way, because because not every of our proposal was accepted lah. So that's another issue.
Yeah, we won't go into that.
We won't go into that. So that is, we are supposed to be like, how the current government has an opposition. So the role of the student council is supposed to be the opposition, to take care, or like certain policies done by the KDU's management, and we oppose, or we have our own opinion. We can go up for discussion. This is our role, but it was not really done properly during my term.
Okay, so let's say you would have, if you would have done your term again, what would you have done differently?
I would not be involved in any of the student events and programs. I'll probably be more focused on student welfare. I get my 2 vice presidents to do the events, and I'll just oversee it, because being directly involved in events in a way makes you lose focus of the bigger picture.
What is the bigger picture?
To foster unity and sense of belonging, and to also take care of student welfare, which is something that I definitely missed out during my term, because I was micromanaging my committee members and the things that I want for a certain event, instead of thinking of the whole bigger picture.
I think what a lot of students feel nowadays, this is my personal observation, it's just my opinion, disclaimer, students don't feel that, a lot of students, they don't feel like the college cares for them, like the SRC doesn't care for them. Would you say that's true or not?
I guess if they don't feel like we care for them, then they should come to us and talk to us. It's about, if they want something, they should come and ask. They shouldn't just assume people will understand what they want. I mean, this works with every human interaction.
Yeah.
So if they want something, they should come and ask. I say this in every orientation that I conduct. I always have a 15 minutes slot for me to talk to the student. So I tell them this, anything you can email us, I even give them a personal number, call me or just come up to us, but they don't. So
Never once.
a few, but no.
Like what sort? What those few? What did they come up with?
One of them said that something wrong with the elevator, help us fix it.
Oh my
I just
goodness.
forwarded it to the management team, and then they said they will take action.
Was the elevator fixed?
Yes, it was.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. It was a relatively new building, like
Alright.
2 years. So any problems, they would want it fixed immediately
It's
anyway.
understandable.
Yeah. So besides that, we have students asking about events and how they can get involved. So we direct them to relevant other club presidents, and we give them list of clubs they can join, stuff like that. So that's pretty much it. They've not come to us with serious issues so far. Although there is one guy that came up to me and said that they felt attacked by, not attacked as in physically, but he felt like his club, he's the president of a club, and his club was being personally attacked by the KDU management. And I said that we can't go on gut feeling. We need like certain evidence of whether or not you were actually attacked or there's biasness. No, you can't just say I feel like they are not being fair. Feeling of not being fair is not, it's not solid enough for me to work with.
So, I mean, that's how you dealt it. You just left it like that.
No, I told them unless you can give me proof, unless I can find proof, we cannot proceed with this. Yeah.
How would you say during your presidency, like how much of it was passion, how much of it was duty?
It was always fun to handle orientations.
Yeah.
Because you get to meet new students and there are a lot of fun games and stuff like that. But others definitely duty, because the passion pretty much died off after the first semester. Yeah, truth be told. Yeah. Then I just became overworked. I mean, during the first semester I became overworked. So after that I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to let people do it. So
You would say it's like 30% passion, 70%
duty, yes. Probably, 70%. Yeah, I think can say 70%.
Another question I think most college students have is, okay, it's not so much a question, but as it is an opinion, is that, forgive my use of language, but the student council is just full of bullshit. The president comes along, you ask him about problems at the college, and he'll just spew bullshit, like he's trying to be the face for the management. Would you say that's true? Because I feel that generally in all student councils, that is what people feel like. It's like you're just there to keep everybody calm and docile, prevent an uprising.
That is actually to an extent true. What we were told to do is we're supposed to maintain a certain image for KDU.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we do not want to embarrass KDU, of course.
That's normal, yeah.
But then again, we shouldn't forget that our role is also to stand up for students, not for the management.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that I saw a flaw in for the previous board, previous council, because they always take the side of the management. So that's why when I first became the president, I kind of read up about our rights, our rules, stuff like that.
Oh, so
to find out how are we limited. And I found out we are actually very limited as a student council. Although we are supposed to be an independent body, but we can't do a lot of stuff without the approval of the management. So also there's this thing called if you displease management, they will not approve your events or your programs. So in that way, you have to play politics with them and try to please them at the same time trying to please the students. So that's actually a dilemma in itself. Yeah.
How do you act on that information that the students didn't have that much rights? How do you act on that? Did you try to like change the playing field a bit?
I did try, but things were always turned down. So I decided not to care anymore because I find it like I'm fighting a losing battle.
Yeah.
I mean, like they're not going to budge and they're always they always strongman you.
Mm-hmm.
Like they always make you feel inferior and useless. That you know your place. So because of that, so I just kind of don't care anymore.
But I'm thinking about this from the management's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Like they are obviously trying. I mean, I'm assuming that they're obviously trying to do their best at the job, to try and keep everybody happy. And if it means like if it means like taking a stance of order rather than the stance of relative freedom, I mean, you think that they ever cross your mind that like, okay, I don't like what these people are doing, I don't like how they're doing, but at the same time I understand why they're doing it.
Yeah, I have that dilemma as well. I know that these procedures, these SOPs in place are there for a reason. They are to protect the students and also the company, KDU, as an institution.
Yeah.
That is my dilemma basically. I do not know what do I choose? Should I choose to side with, because the presidents of different clubs, they always say there are too many paperwork, too many procedures, too many rules you have to follow in order to do something. And we want to do something that is different, and they don't allow because they are not so open to change. Although they ask us to be open to change, but they themselves are not. So, but then I feel like when I explain to them the reason behind the SOP, the procedures, I feel like I'm defending the management, and they feel the same thing. Like, you're not helping us, you are just defending them. But then for me, I'm saying that no, this is necessary. So this is a dilemma. I can't please everybody. Although they may feel like I'm siding the management, but yeah.
I mean, you're just trying. I mean, as a president, you're trying to make everybody happy, right?
Yeah, but it's not possible if they think that you're already siding. But then again, KDU Student Council, I'm not sure about other universities and colleges, but KDU Student Council, I mean the UG one, we are, before my term came in, people already knew Student Council were the management's lapdogs. We just do whatever events they ask us to do. We're just like unpaid workers, laborers.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they already have that reputation. People knew us as that. So when we want to break out of it, it's very difficult, because even if you're trying to do something that is right, like explain to them the reason behind the SOP and procedures, they feel like we are going to cite them anyway, cite the management anyway. So that could be the possible reason why they don't come to us for any help, because they feel like they're going to cite the management anyway. I had different meetings with different club presidents. We had meeting with various presidents, and I was telling them, guys, come to me. No, you can come to me for help. And then but they don't lah. Probably they just gave up as well. Like, there's no point because the management is just very strong.
So would you say that the source of these problems, like there's a lack of understanding and communication between the two parties, and the student council has to play like the mediator between these two?
Definitely, yeah. But becoming the mediator, and for myself, I would always cite the right ones. The which side has more logic in it. According to my logic. Yeah. So I'm like, if this makes sense, I'll go for this for the management. If you make sense, I'll go for you. But then when this happens, people always feel like I'm taking sides.
You have to take sides.
I have to take sides, but then the management thinks that I shouldn't take sides. I shouldn't only talk about do whatever the student wants, because there are certain rules that you need to adhere to. Definitely. When I tell this to the students think I'm just trying to side with the management to be in their good side, So yeah, dilemma. I don't know what to.
How did you do? You're no longer the president, right? So you don't have to deal with that anymore, more or less. How would you say you would deal with it? Actually, how did you deal with it?
I just speak my mind to anyone. I mean, the relevant parties, and then like, this is all I can do. I'm sorry. Then ciao.
I think this is what I think leaders in general, equality leaders in general, should have, is this sense of self-awareness. Self-awareness of how people view you, how the students view, how the management views you, and how to be balanced.
Yeah, but that is a very difficult thing to do. Like very difficult thing to do.
Do you think you pulled it off, more or less, or at least you tried to?
I think I tried to. Well, the students will obviously view me as a person that's always siding the management.
Yeah,
And
that's
I'm pretty much known to be the rebellious one in the management from the management's point of view. So I think I displease both. So probably I'm balanced.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I probably didn't please both, but I displeased both. So yeah. Well, the thing is, I tried to please both,
Yeah.
and then they both disliked it. So, and as human beings, we have this tendency to dislike more than we like. I mean, we have a tendency to see the negative in a person or an organization more than the positive. So if both dislike me, I think I've done my job being in the middle.
Did you think what areas do you think that both parties actually liked you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Probably I've not thought about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Do they like me? I know my own team members like me and they respect me very much.
Come on, that's not relevant. Yeah, that of course they like you. You're like the same team. But I'm asking, like, do you think do you think the students actually respected you? What areas do you think they respected you? What do you think the management, like, do they like you? Like, which part?
Okay, for the students part, probably I have not everyone, not all the students. I can't speak for all the students, but to those I talk to, they are very happy with how I always approach them and ask them for their opinion and try to relate to them and just being more communicate. I mean, I communicate more with the students. So probably, yeah, from who I talk to, not all the students, they like that. Yeah, expect also for some of the events, we also have volunteers and helpers that we recruit, and they're all happy with the way we do things. So I guess in that sense, I please some of the students, some,
Because you're being open, you're being welcoming.
Yeah.
Which is
And the management part, they probably liked it because no, I don't think they like me at all. Let me see.
You don't know.
I don't think they do. They have never openly told me that they like anything.
You're just being professional.
Okay, probably they liked it for one of my events where we did not take sponsors from them. We run the whole event by ourselves without troubling them.
Yeah.
So probably that's one thing they liked about
Yeah,
us.
that's good. You're being independent.
Yeah.
I mean, you are independent.
We're
body.
supposedly an independent body, but they do not acknowledge it yet. So yeah.
Because I feel that a lot of college events, I understand why students will want the management to give them sponsorship and money. After all, it's the management who's asking for these events.
Yeah.
However, the way I feel that some students should look at it is that we can get sponsors for ourselves. I mean,
True.
Who's to say we are not capable? We should be independent, stand our own 2 feet, and get sponsors for ourselves.
Yeah, true. Like, this is another instance where I talked to some of the club presidents where they say, we should get sponsors from the management because we're doing it for college, for KDU. But in another point of view, if you feel like the event or whatever you're doing is a learning process for you to go into the workforce, so you should be able to handle things by yourself without getting spoon-fed by the management. You should find your own sponsorships and stuff like that.
Definitely.
So if your college, being in a committee in a college level is supposed to be a stepping ground where you learn things about how you're going to work how things are done in the workforce. So this should be normal. You should be able to find stuff on your own and not being spoon-fed. But when I say this to them, they feel like, oh, you're just trying to save KDU's money. So I'm like, okay, fine. If you can't see my rationale, then something I can do.
Basically, what I have is two contradicting but two very extremely valid opinions.
Yeah.
And that's when the dilemma comes in.
Exactly.
Both of you, I can see how you're right and I can see how you are right. So who is right?
So that's what sometimes I feel like the student council has, like what you mentioned just now. What if we just dissolve them altogether?
Yes,
what if we just
exactly.
don't exist? The students can deal directly with the management, and management can deal directly with the students. So if they have disagreement, there's no center person to mediate. So if you say yes, then it's fine. If you say yes, I say no, then the other guy say yes, then my purpose in the middle is of no relevance.
But that will not happen.
That will never happen. Exactly. If they both say yes and the middle, exactly, that will not happen because there's no purpose for the middle guy anymore. So I guess for me, what I find my job is usually getting like complaints from party A, going to party B, telling them that they're getting the response and bringing it back to party A. So I'm like, why don't you guys talk to each other? It's just much easier that
I
way.
guess it's better for both parties if there is someone being rational, being just thinking out and weighing the options and before talking to each other. Because let's say they get into an argument and they're both very strong-willed. They both think, okay, I have my way and I have my way. That's definitely going to be like a conflict. So you're there to diffuse conflict.
But if my purpose is to be on the side of the students, then I'll be automatically biased.
Yeah.
So that would not help in any way actually. If also another purpose is for us to do things on perspective of the students lah.
Yeah.
Because if we do things just because the management asks us to do it and then it does not, the students dislike it or do not feel that they benefited from it, then it will be pointless. But at this point, I feel students are more, the management is more, how to say, they are more
leverage.
No, they feel like what they're doing is benefiting the students, and although they say they have focus groups where they ask for students' opinion, these are very targeted focus groups.
Yeah.
Like people that they know that they're bringing. It's not like it's not like
random guy.
Not random. So because of this, the opinions are very biased, and they always. Although I heard from some of the students, although it's supposed to be confidential, I heard from one of the students that say that they were very honest and open to the management, but I'm not sure how much of it was actually taken, or is it just a routine focus group that I feel like sometimes student council is just there out of obligation. There's no real purpose. But then I find purpose. I have to find purpose if not I find myself meaningless. I find purpose in that's what I do. Like I communicate with students, find their opinions, what they want, what they do, what they want to be done, how they want to get involved. Tell this to the management and see how they can help with it. So
Do you think you were properly appreciated during your term for all your effort?
Well, how long does it take to do an event? To plan an event, it takes about 3 months.
Yes.
One event, and sometimes students come to say, "How come nothing is happening in college? It's like so boring and so dull." I'm like, if it takes 3 months for one event, and if you want an event every month, we have to work on 3 events simultaneously every month, which will burn us out. And we are students. We have to keep our grades up as well. We're not doing this full time.
And you did get burned out.
I did. So I mean, even if I give these programs to my committee to do it, they will get burned out if we do every like 3 events at once every time. I mean, plan 3 events simultaneously. So this is something I explain to the students, and then they're like, "Oh, you're just giving excuses." I'm like, "You're not doing anything." I'm like, "Okay, fine." No, I just can't defend myself. I'm like, "You know what? You think what you want. I'll just do my job." But that is when we get other clubs involved. We can't do events every month, so you guys have to do something as well. So that's how we work things out.
I'm pretty sure you at some point you're thinking like all these people are saying that, oh my goodness, there's not enough events, it's not happening yet. And you're thinking like, why don't you the individual go and do something about it?
I did ask them, why don't you suggest something that we should do? Because it's always us brainstorming ideas, and it's not easy. Because just 8 of us, and there's only there's limited of ideas we can do, and sometimes we just recycle things from previous years. So if you have something that you want to do, just tell us, which they don't.
So it's like, in this case, you would say that the students are in the wrong.
Because we have 3,000 students, and we don't talk to everyone. So I guess maybe those who want to do not know how to, and those who know how to don't want to. So I don't know. I can't speak for everyone.
I mean, if everybody was at least doing a little bit to build an event, I'm pretty sure that you could do some really great stuff, right?
Yeah, probably every week, but
All right. Okay. Thank you for coming on to Babblegum. This is the first episode, and check out the Facebook page and my Twitter, also called Babblegum. My Instagram, that's Babblegum with an A. Thank you, Bala, for coming on.
Yeah, good to be here.
Do you think you have learned anything from our talk? And you learned anything from yourself?
Actually, I think I've learned a lot about myself. I feel like I didn't think about a lot of stuff until you mentioned it. So yeah, thank you
that's
very
good.
much.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right, thank you for coming on. We'll see you next time on Babblegum.